Hello, hello. I'm gonna play No Man's Sky for a little bit, I think, and then gonna jump into what I've got planned for the night. But I want to do a little bit of No Man's Sky. I think that'll be cool. Gonna chill out for a little bit. Let's see. Is that what I want to even do? Yeah. I'll play No Man's Sky. For some reason, Twitch isn't working. I think I'm gonna go ahead and fix that real quick, see what I can do about that. Let me get Twitch working. It baffles me. Hey, hey, hey. Don't be playing stuff. Stream manager. What we got here, man? Nothing, nothing. I don't know why it's not working. What about now? No? Don't know. Guess, you're gonna have to get your shit together, Twitch. I'll leave myself up there. You don't need to see my health. Yep, that's the one. Oh, I gotta fix the, Hope I'm not online right now. I think I am. That might affect things. I think I'm alright. What? Oh, I don't remember what I was doing last. Yeah, good. Better stabilize temperature levels. Worked hard to get you. Alright. And I need to fix a few things in the stream. I don't really want to wear earbuds, so I think I'm not going to wear them. Hopefully it doesn't get... I'm going to turn it down a little bit for myself. Maybe. I went to the store, got lighters today. I'm gonna change some things tonight after I get off the stream. Instagram's been blowing the fuck up. Does anybody actually play this game first person? You know? Pull this down for my back. You know, I might try it. Maybe this is the episode. Oh. Yeah, I'll try it first person. I haven't played a first person game in a while. Might as well be this one. Locate a long distance transmitter. Powerful transmitter is required to make contact with Artemis. Is that on this planet? made the habitat. I don't even remember what I was doing. My starship looks like I still need that. Antimatter, I need 5 of those. Sure, I'll do that right now. Condensed carbon. Go find me some condensed carbon then. Where's my car? There's my car. Oh yeah, I'm so glad that I did all this. It's gonna be real nice when I actually start to put things here. I need to put a ramp there so I can go up here. Start building roads. That'd be cool. Can I do that? Can I can I build like actually far away? I'm pretty sure I can. What does this bad boy got? Everything? Sweet. Oh, I can put something in the slot. What should I do? That's already in one. High slide suspension. I don't really need to put anything in that one. I'll save it, I guess. Condensed carbon is what I'm looking for. Finding a lot of oxygen. Carbon crystals. That's a strange place for carbon crystals. All kinds of other stuff here too. I might as well get that. Was that enough? Definitely not. Yeah, I need more. I need the more. Wait. What do I need to make more? I need chromatic metal. Do I have the copper? I'll have to go home to see. Which is this way. I shall just drive straight. I kind of want that. I already did it. Okay. Yeah, I'm home. I really like the way my ship looks. Okay, I need chromatic metal. Yeah, I'll let you do that. You got any copper? Yeah. Well, I can see. Oh, you take forever. I'm making another one. Dihydrogen jelly. Oh, you suck. Give me all of the crystals. I need all of the crystals. What do I need that for? Oh yeah, build the refiner. I really like the ring of that planet. Okay. Magnetized ferrite. How much of that do I need? A lot more than I'm making. Where's the ferrite dust? Okay, so I can put away multi-tools if I build that. Do I have cobalt? I thought I did. Maybe I need to call my other ship. Yeah, because that's my Corvette. Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to do that. Hitting all the wrong buttons. Alright, what you got for me? Nothing! Okay. Called that for nothing. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Damn it. Damn it. See, that's why I don't like first person. Can't see behind me. What is happening? No. No, Jenny, move. Jenny. No. Oh, no. Well, that's fucked up. Nope, 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 nope. How far is it gonna take me back? Oh. Well, damn it. Let's do that. Auto save. Yeah. Okay. How far? All right. There we go. Build another one of them. That's good enough. There's cobalt right there. Okay, where's the copper? There it is. Yeah, that's all I need. Oh, I still don't even make antimatter. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah. I know what I'm doing here. I need one wiring loom, 2 solar mirrors. Do I have those? Can I make a solar mirror? No? Not yet? Nope. Okay. Can I buy it? Nope. Okay. No solar mirrors for me. Oh, it's not enough. Damn it. Always have to make something. Is that enough? Hell yeah. Okay. So let's find somewhere I can get a solar mirror. I'm trying to get a solar mirror. Sure. Let's do that. Yep. Just get like 10 of them. Let's get like 10 of those. Yeah. Yeah. I'm home. I need to move that. Yep. I know about my life support. You don't have to tell me. Okay. I think that's backwards. Yep, now I got 2 of them. Not exactly even. I'll do something about that later. I ain't really gonna even need the refiners here. Alright. Oh. Starship time. Yeah. Okay. What am I doing going to log? No, don't care about that. Search for a power hotspot. Oh, I can totally do that now, can't I? Yep. No nearby hotspot. How would I know there's a hotspot? I don't know, man. There's no hotspot anywhere. I don't know how to tell. Don't think there is one. Alright. Gotta do something about that life support. I have some life support gel. Yeah, I ain't seeing nothing. There ain't shit. Unless I'm just not good at sensing it. Yeah, there ain't nothing. This planet sucks. I need to get off of it. But for now, this is what I got. Probably when I get a freighter. I want to try and get a freighter. I want to get... I'm not going to get one in this episode, probably. But I'm definitely gonna... I'm gonna get a bunch of money. So that's... I got the launch thrusters. What am I doing now? Got my multi-tool all decked out. I think I gotta find ways to make money. You know what that's gonna be? me going to planets. I'm gonna have to go to different planets, go to different systems. Oh. How much storage does this ship have? Not much, really. Definitely could use some work. Okay. Let's just toss some stuff over there. Stuff that I'm definitely not going to need. What's this? Yeah, whatever. I'll just send it on over. Okay. Think I'm ready. Yeah, I really need to do something about that inventory. How many nanites do I got? None, almost. Cool. Alright, have I been here? Visited. Okay. About there. Out of jump range. What do you mean? Do I not have enough? Pulse engine? Hyperdrive. I don't have warp cell. What do I do about that? What is that system called? I'll just jump there. Ishicus? Okay. Ishicus. I got something that I need to try and buy here anyway. Going to Ishicus. I think I'm gonna go for storm crystals, stuff like that. Gravitino balls. So this is gonna be real interesting. The teleporter is so good, man. I'm so glad that's there. Nope. Ain't got stuff that I want. Need exosuit upgrades too, so that's gonna help. Ishicus. Ishicus? I don't even know if it's gonna show up. Can I not? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's it. Ishicus Rendezvous. And it was all yellow. You got stuff I want? Ooh, copper. Alright. I should be able to go to the next system now. How do I make a warp cell first? Need antimatter. I got antimatter housing. Can I just... Nope. What do I need? Chromatic metal. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna go to the next place first. I'm gonna go to a few places. I'm gonna try and find some paradise planets, stuff like that. Start looking for planets, man. Okay. Galaxy map. Now, have I been to you? Go. Why did my mouth just open? I don't want that. Uh-oh. Alright. I'll help you. Yeah, don't fight my Corvette. I will murder you. It's gonna cost too much. I'll take my reward though. What is that? Oh. I'm gonna check that out probably. Whoa. Okay. What is happening? Oh, I get it. 'Cause I can't. Alright. How do I get in there? Is this how? Just go on in? No? What happened? Oh boy. Can't do that? Oh no. What is happening? Let me in. Okay. There's a lot of glitches with the Corvette. Second time that's happened. Is there a way to get in there? Oh. It's not there anymore. Well, that's cool. Alright, going to the... I need an actual ship. Because this Corvette kind of sucks. I mean, it looks cool. It's cool to travel with. Not cool to enter stuff with. Doesn't really work correctly. Okay, what you got for me? What you got for me? Upgrade. I want to upgrade that slot. Yeah. I don't have nothing to buy anything. Oh, I do actually. Got a little bit. Nothing I want though. Yeah. Anybody else got stuff though? You got stuff. Can I upgrade my gun? Multi-tool upgrade station. Ooh, purchase new slot. I'll do that. Oh, I can do it again. Okay. Upgrade modules. Scanner module. It's a C class. Gives me more monies. I don't want to just buy another one. At least not right now. Technology merchant, what you got? Oh. Humboldt drive. Minotaur flamethrower, that's cool. Exocraft engine. I'll worry about doing stuff like that later. Ooh, starship stuff. What you got? Nothing I can afford? Hyperdrive. Hyperdrive module. Hyperdrive's pretty nice. I'm just going around figuring out what everybody does. I already talked to you about down here. There's people down here. What you got? Mission agent. Oh, it's for stuff like that. Oh. Okay. Does it have a time limit? No? I'll do that. What's it got in the inventory? Ionized cobalt. Sure, I'll take it. Probably gonna end up needing that soon for something. Who are you? What do you have? Change navigation data. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Can I have, like... How many charts do I have? Ah. That's all I want. That's all I want, really. Just a whole bunch of those. I'll take them. And who are you? I haven't actually talked to you either. Envoy. Oh. Redeem. Donate. Sure. I'll be a mercenary. Alright, let's take a look at these planets. See what kind of planets we got up in here. That's a nice looking planet. Is it unstable? Tropical planet. Doesn't seem to be unstable though. That'd be a cool planet. Not really what I'm going for though. Something that's like it's unstable. Like an ex-girlfriend. Barren planet? That's not. That's not something I want. Not something I'm into. Other planets? Where? There are any other planets here? Guess I could check the galaxy map. Oh yeah, there's a lot of planets in this system. Why am I not seeing them? There's one. What are you? Decaying nuclear planet, I'll take it. Does that sound unstable to you? Sounds unstable to me. Grab some goldfish for my 30-second wait to get to this planet. A snack that screams back, "Ah! Don't eat me!" Tisu. His planet is called Tisu. It's very green. Green and red. Like blood. It is very green. Holy shit, it's green. It keeps getting greener. This is the greenest planet that I've ever seen. Wow. I like it a lot, actually. This is what a decaying planet looks like. The fuck is that? Radioactive anomaly, I want that. Can I? Whoa.
Radiation protection falling. Units received.
I don't know what that was all about. See any storm crystals anywhere? I don't see any. Not sure there are any on this planet. Yep. Don't know about it. Alright, going back to the ship. I don't think this is it, bro. I think this decaying means that it's just boring. I need something that's gonna... And also that. I don't know what that's all about. I don't like it. And that's very smoky too. The hell is going on there? That just what my... Or what this planet looks like? Yeah. Yep. Nope. Getting the hell out of here. Yeah, there's floating islands and shit. Nope. This place is bad. Bad juju. See what other planets we got. Is that the sun? Suns? More than one? Looks like there's 3. Yeah. 3 suns, huh? Is that one? Is that a planet? Haven't been to. Flourishing planet. Doesn't look like it has much there, but I'm curious. Whoa! Where'd you come from? There more? I don't see any more. Oh. There's that one and that one. Is that all there is? No, there's gotta be more. This one. What are you? Unknown planet. Hot planet. Going. I got the stuff to survive thermal planet.
Technology recharge.
Hopefully we land in the middle of a storm. Well, right now it isn't hot, hot, hot. Not what I'm wanting to do. Leave pilot seat. I just want to leave. Just like that. This planet's got dinosaurs. Crazy looking dinosaurs, but they're dinosaurs. Oh, you guys carbon? I don't care about no flipping carbon. Give me some units. That's big crab hand thing. That's crazy looking. What is that? Oh, just pure ferrite. When do I get a storm? That's what I really want. Alright, I've seen enough. I'm out of here. Unless the storm starts by the time I get up to the ship. Ooh. Knowledge stone. Give me knowledge. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Since I'm here. Damn it.
Technology recharge.
Wish I could see some obvious storm crystals. This planet's very boring. Okay. What do I need? I needed something. Warp cell. Can I make more of those? Okay, I need chromatic metal. Okay. Is there any copper? Ancient data structure. What is that? Wish I had an exocraft. If I had a freighter, that would help. Ah! Navigation data. Okay. Well, that was a thing. Any copper? You'll never catch me alive, coppers. A lot of phosphorus. Nope. Lame ass planet. I don't need no silver. Those are flying dragons. Phosphorus, silver, phosphorus. Still all the same shit. Maybe if I go to a different planet. Sodium. Where's the thing? Oh, there it is. The dragons is getting awful close.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Alright, getting off of this dumbass fire planet. It tricked me. I thought this planet was gonna be fire. Turned out it was literally fire. I go ahead and refill the hyperdrive.
Technology recharge.
Current location. Have I been here? No. Can I go to the next one too? Nope. So that one. Go to that one. Yep. Grab my tinny tin tin. Ooh, this place is purple. Hold on, hold up. This place is nice as fuck. I like this. I want to do something crazy. Yeah. There's that bar in front of my face. Love it. It's like I'm actually flying a ship. I don't want to go to another frost planet. What is that? Blue. Oh. I don't need no tritium. I want one of those haptic feedback chairs. Have you seen that guy that plays No Man's Sky with that? It's like he's actually flying a ship. That shit's cool as fuck. What you got for sale? Ooh. Dirty bronze. Can I build anything? Ooh. Yeah.
Technology installed. Technology installed.
Both of those sound nice. Phosphorus. Okay. Well, let's go check the planets. I can't wait until I upgrade to being a ship dealer. That's what I like doing. I like dealing ships. Rainy planet. Bah, it's got copper. But bah. Bah. What else we got here? I'm gonna fly out. Okay, what we got? What's that? High temperature. Oh, is that one of those? Extreme weather. Oh. Wait, no, yeah, that's what I want. Finally found one. Okay. This is going to get interesting. Oh, can't see. Can't see.
Extreme temperature detected.
Oh boy. I don't know where I'm at. Oh, I'm back in space. I don't want that. Go back in. Oh. That wasn't good. Can I leave?
Weather update. Storm clear.
No. Well. Wow. There's a lot of resources.
Protection falling.
Oh boy. Any phosphorus? Activated copper everywhere. Yep. Okay, I can't handle it. Can't handle it. Gotta go in the third person again.
Ground protection falling.
I understand. That's a big pillar. Uh-huh.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Thermal protection falling.
I ain't worried about nothing until I get over here to this phosphorus. And then I'll start scanning. Cause I gotta fix my thermals. And I hope it's enough. I hope it doesn't start storming while I'm doing this before I can get it.
Thermal protection falling.
Got it.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah.
Technology recharge.
And that's all she needed. Okay. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I wanted that, damn it. Start scanning stuff, waiting for everything to start storming.
Units received.
I'm gonna stop scanning actually. No, I'll scan some just because I want to know what they got. Like that, that's big.
Units received. Units received.
Where are the birdies?
Units received.
Birdie. Yeah, what you got? Oh, it's getting real smoky down here. We gonna run in some lava? What's that? Uranium? No, it's sodium. Cool. Ain't even gotta go down there. Hey. That's cool. I survived a long time on this world. Oh boy. Getting hot down here. Hopefully this place got something sweet. You got for me? Oh, they got some good stuff. Copper, I'll take it.
Product received.
Not the best. That it? Well, alright then.
Extreme night temperature detected.
I'll collect these modules and storm crystals. Any more store or not? Any modules? Module. I'll take it. I know how to make chromatic metal. You ain't got to tell me. And that one was deep. 11.
Extreme night temperature detected. Technology recharge.
Any more? Up there. Cool. Where are you? Sweet.
Weather warning. Incoming.
Woo! Wish I had the hazmat glove. Alright, where's me storm crystals? That's what I'm really after. Highly valuable resources. Wow. Where's the highly valuable resources? A whole lot of red dots down there. Oh, storm's here. Hottest temperature. Storm crystal. Wish I had a vehicle. If I had a vehicle, this would make this go a lot faster. And I'd get a lot more. So I just gotta run as fast as I can. Get as many as I can. Because right now I think these are worth the most that I can actually like get easily. Damn it. No time to turn back and get that sodium nitrate. That was a lot. Okay. Where's the next one? Over there. Get off my screen, damn it. I wish it wasn't just one. Okay, I thought it was clearing. It started to look like it was clearing. I was like, oh no, I didn't have enough time. Didn't get enough. Probably don't have enough time. It's taking a while to get over to this one. This is why I need a vehicle. If I set up a base here, like a quick base with a teleporter, I can just come here and get crystals. Set up exocraft and shit. Okay, where's the next one? 255 away. Damn it. My life support's going down. It's a complete disaster. Everything's falling apart around me. Not really, I've got a handle on things. Trying to make as much money as possible. There are obstacles you have to get through. I don't even care about no knowledge stone. No. No. Well. Okay, going back to buried technology modules.
Extreme night temperature detected. Technology recharge.
Need to recharge this again.
Technology recharge.
Running out of phosphorus. Protect myself longer against the heat. How many storm crystals did I get? 9? How much is that worth? 2 million? Ain't enough, man. Ain't enough. I need like 20 million. Then I can start breaking down starships. Really, first I need a freighter. It's probably what I'm gonna get first, is a freighter. Sure, I'll go to the unknown building. I hope it's not a cabin in the woods or a bunch of murderers. Or it has the Necronomicon in the basement. Alright, what do you got? Fine. I keep seeing you. Got condensed carbon. Oh, hello. That's a big knowledge stone. Seek help with language. That was cool. I'll go to that one. Wait, can I? I just have to make one, right? Metal plating. Need ferrite dust. Oh, dude, I could totally do this right now. I'll just break this. This will give me all that I need, probably. What did I need to build this? 5 metal plating? Oh. Wait, what did I need to make metal plating? Just ferrite. Okay. Ooh, chromatic metal. Nice. Nice. Real nice. No, I want to break something with a chromatic metal in it. There no more of that? Break this one because it's just ferrite dust. Why not? Damn it. Yeah, there we go.
Extreme night temperature detected.
I thought it was already night. Okay, got 5 of those. What else I need? Ion battery. How do I make those? Cobalt. Don't I have cobalt? Thought I had cobalt. In my ship, maybe. Thought I did. Guess I don't. Oh, I have ionized cobalt. Well, you know what that means. Go underground. Is there a cave system anywhere? Have to do this until I find one. Maybe not. Maybe that's a bad idea. Yeah, let me out of here. I changed my mind. I'm gonna go find a cave. It's probably easier.
Detected. Weather
Oh.
warning. Incoming storm.
Storm crystal?
Technology recharge.
Uh-oh. There's some. I'm gonna have to get me some phosphorus soon. If I'm gonna continue exploring this planet. I need to make an exocraft. But I need the cave. I need the cave for exocraft. Maybe I search around for a cave. After the storm's over, of course. Okay, more. Way over there in the distance. Hopefully it's a cluster of them. Flying is better than running. My jetpack gets boosted. I'm gonna get that one first. That one's way closer. I don't think this is a big deposit. Yep, just one, literally.
Technology recharge.
Hey, why didn't that one show up? There's a cave. It was a little late for a cave, don't you think? A little early, whichever one.
Weather update.
Okay,
Storm clearing.
going back to the cave. Where was the cave? Is this it?
Extreme temperature detected.
There it is. Go and get me some cobalt. Oh hey, I'll take those too. Ooh, it's got gold and silver. Well, what all did I need for that? No, I just need paraffinium. So where can I get paraffinium? It is no longer storming. Why are you telling me it is storm?
Extreme temperature detected.
That looks like a square. Oh, is that same trading depot? Let's see if they got paraffinium. Oh, my jetpack doesn't have a boost anymore because it's not storming.
Thermal protection falling.
Oh boy, I need to get phosphorus and paraffinium. No, I think this is a different place. Is it? Maybe not. We'll see when I get up here. They all look the same, so I don't know. Region of planet Etus. Yeah, I believe this is the same place. Paraffinium, please.
Thermal protection falling.
What you got for me? Cobalt. Don't need that now. Ain't got nothing. What about the people? What you got? You trade with me? I'll request some dialect help. Go talk to somebody who's got a ship. Hey, you there. You want trade? What you got? Nothing that I want? Sweet. Love it. Hey, more ships. That's a cool looking ship. I'm just trying to talk to people, man. I don't care about no pirates. About this guy with this cool ship.
Thermal protection falling.
Nope. Alright, well, there's only one solution for this. For one, get the hell out of here. Go get some phosphorus. I don't know, whatever they got going on right now, I ain't dealing with it. My life is running out. How many of these shock crystals I got? About 4 million worth.
Thermal protection falling.
Even if it starts storming while I'm doing this, I gotta get the phosphorus. It's more important. I will die without it.
Weather warning.
Ah.
Coming storm.
Well, it's gonna have to wait.
Thermal protection falling. Thermal protection falling. Extreme heat damage detected. Technology recharge.
How about that? Just in time, right? Okay. Get some more of these crystals. I don't care about the life support system. Stop telling me. I'll fix it when I fix it. Dang, it's taking forever to get to this storm crystal. There only one? Really? All that just for one? Are there any closer ones? What is that? Organic rock. Sure. I'm gonna leave here in a minute. I'm going to go get some of the, what is it? I needed paraffinium. Oh, this is the fungal mold, isn't it? Oops. That is not what I meant to do. Oh, this is chlorine.
Slots in suit inventory.
Oh,
Update. Storm clearing.
yep. Well, how about that? Alright. I gotta go get paraffinium.
Detected.
I'm coming back. Building an exocraft. There we go. That's much better. Got tired of the first person view. Oh, is it behind these? What was that place? That place looks pretty. Oh. I already scanned it. Oh, and then the ice planet. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and sell these crystals while I'm here too. Just get my money. go to the anomaly while I'm at it. Sure. Oh yeah, getting comfortable, bud. Ooh, I'm blinded by the light that's spinning in this shipyard parking zone. Why am I not using teleporter? Okay, storm crystals. All of them. A lot of money, man. Oh, those vortex cubes. I don't need those, do I? I got a suspicious packet. Oh, yeah, I was getting paraffinium. Do I have any able to be bought here? Yes. Sweet. Alright, going back to that planet. I don't remember which planet it was. Oh. Close the tongue. Was this? Not that one. It was over here, right? I'll just fly out.
Technology recharge.
It was behind it. That one. Yeah. Yeah. Building exocraft. Oh boy, 20 seconds left, eh? All right. Pulse is engine disengaged. Flying to this planet. That's a big pillar.
Life support power low.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Technology recharge.
Sweet. Now I can just build it I can just summon it anywhere on this planet. Okay.
Technology recharge.
We'll go to this phosphorus deposit. Red phosphorus. Not the white kind.
Technology recharge.
Unknown building, don't care. Salt deposit. Solar vine. What I'm looking for is those. Yeah. Buried technology module. I'm waiting for another storm. Oh, I ended up in a cave. How'd that happen? Because I can't see nothing. All right. Next. Where's the next one? There. I'll get that one. Hey, 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 hey. Okay. I had to check my inventory, make sure that I wasn't filling it all up. Oh, I'm gonna have so many. How many I got already? I got 28. I'd like to have 2 stacks again. But I don't think I'm gonna get that by the time I end this. I need another storm. I'm just driving blind, man. I don't even know where I'm going. Survived 3 days on Extreme Worlds. It's been 3 days. Well, that happened. Okay. Oop. That one. get back to my ship. Oh. I think that's a good time to stop. Right there. I think that's a good time. So I'll be back. I'm going to take a quick intermission. And then we're going to get into the next portion of the show. The actual show. I just wanted... This is not going to be an every night thing. Just sometimes I like to play No Man's Sky before I get into it. Okay. I'll be back. Tonight's gonna be real fun. React to a bunch of clips and a few videos. We'll see how it goes. I got some stuff lined up. Let me check my files, make sure I got enough room to actually record. I did not. I'm glad I checked. It would have stopped my recording partially way through. Okay. Let me... There we go. We owe Tom Cruise an apology.
Here we are today, where I...
Ah, fuck. Let me try that again. Okay. I wasn't using my earbuds in the first part. There we go. We owe Tom Cruise an apology.
I talk out against drugs and psychiatric abuses of electric shocking people, okay, against their will, of drugging children with them not knowing the effects of these drugs. Do you know what Adderall is? Do you know Ritalin? Do you know now that Ritalin is a street drug? Do you understand that?
The difference is this was not against her will, though. But this wasn't against Brooke's will.
Matt, I'm asking you a question.
I understand there's abuse of all of these things.
No, you see, here's the problem. You don't know the history of psychiatry. I do. All
None of
it
them
does
do.
is mask the problem, Matt. And if you understand the history of it, it masks the problem. That's what it does. That's all it does. You're not getting to the reason why. There is no such thing as a chemical imbalance. I'm saying that drugs aren't the answer, that these
He was saying it before it was cool.
drugs are very dangerous. They're mind-altering, antipsychotic drugs. And there are ways of doing it without that so that we don't end up in a brave new world.
Yes, there are abuses. And yes, maybe they've gone too far in certain areas. Maybe there are too many kids on Ritalin. Maybe electric shock
Too many
is...
kids on Ritalin, Matt.
I'm just saying, but aren't there
Matt,
examples where it works?
Matt, you don't even, you're glib. You don't even know what Ritalin is. If you start talking
True.
about chemical imbalance, you have to evaluate and read the research papers on how they came up with these theories, Matt, okay? That's what I've done. And you go and you say, where's the medical test? Where's the blood test that says how much Ritalin you're supposed to get?
I think Tom Cruise probably went poking a little bit far and they messed with his brain.
It's very impressive to listen to you because clearly you've done the homework and you know the subject.
And you should. And you should do that also, because just knowing people who are on Ritalin isn't enough. You should be a little bit more responsible in knowing
I'm
really...
not prescribing Ritalin, Tom, and I'm not asking anyone else to do it. I'm
you are.
simply
You're saying no.
I know some people who seem to have been helped by it.
But you're saying, but it's like this is a very important issue.
This is couldn't agree more.
And you know what? And you're here on the Today Show,
right?
And to talk about it.
He's completely missing Tom Cruise's point that there are kids that don't need to be on it, even if it does help some. Why are so many kids on it? So we're just going to give it to everybody just in case it helps like 3,000 people?
A way of saying, well, isn't it okay, and being reasonable about it when you don't know, and I do. I think that you should be a little bit more responsible in knowing what it is, because you communicate to people.
Yeah, that's how I feel about every journalist. Let's see what we got here. Are we ready to talk about this now?
Given what has recently come to light, I think that people are almost ready for this conversation.
I've been hearing about this.
Abramovic conversation. The spirit cooking black magic witch that is buddy with everybody in Hollywood, and not just Hollywood. She was featured in a Microsoft commercial back in 2020 that
How about
has since
that?
been deleted.
In performance, the piece is only in the memory of the audience and nowhere else. Here, I am kept forever.
That's creepy.
At one point, it was actually on Google that she is Bill Gates' spiritual advisor. But when people started talking about it, they removed it from the internet. given all of the extremely disturbing documents that have recently come out about the ritualistic nature of people that are in power.
It's all
I'm not even gonna
connected.
show this photo because it's disturbing and will probably get flagged. But this goes much deeper and much, much darker than what we are seeing right now.
What the fuck? What was that Hugh Jackman photo? Yeah, I don't trust any of these people in Hollywood. Holy shit. Even if that's fake, like, that's what I feel like is happening anyway. So Ben Swan has got another video, this time it's green, about Pizzagate.
Well, Jeffrey Epstein is Pizzagate. I told you that earlier this week. But how crazy is this? One of the most disturbing characters of the entire Pizzagate saga is actually connected to Epstein and to Ukraine's Zelensky. I'll explain that totally bizarre connection in just a second. But first, Zelensky appears to be connected to Epstein into the trafficking of girls and children in Ukraine. And it was the upheaval in Ukraine that Epstein claimed in his emails would create many opportunities. So, the question, were those opportunities to traffic women and children out of Ukraine? In the newly released Epstein files, we find repeated references to two Kiev-based modeling agencies, both still operating today.
Modeling agencies.
Sender tells
Dude, I always knew that there was some weird human trafficking, sex trafficking stuff going on with modeling agencies. There's too many.
Epstein that they're the best
Too many for there not to be weird stuff going on.
agencies in Kiev. The others only provide, quote, cheap escorts. Another message offers Epstein contact information for someone connected to around, quote, 400 girls. But the files don't stop with modeling. They document travel routes from New York to Kiev, apartments arranged for women, extended stays, and logistics. They also show real estate dealings, including 2017 discussions involving Epstein and a mansion purchase in Lviv. Emails tracking large money transfers
Mansion
and
purchase.
hundreds of thousands of dollars tied to the deal. But Epstein's involvement in Ukraine was much deeper than just accessing models. He was ready to take advantage of the country's upheaval.
Yep, trying to overthrow it and take over Russia.
Take a look at this email from 2013, just before the CIA-led coup that overthrew the government of Ukraine. Epstein writes, quote, Ukraine upheaval should provide many opportunities. Many. The year was
So why did Biden want to take over Ukraine? I wonder.
2013. Ukraine was in the middle of a political crisis, and Epstein sent that message to the head of the Rothschild banking group. The emails indicate, along with others, that Epstein worked directly for and with the Rothschilds, specifically on taking advantage of the chaos being sown in
We're going to take a look at the Rothschilds here in a minute. I'm going to take a look at some history and some family photos and stuff. It's crazy.
Ukraine. Well, not long after those emails were sent, the Rothschild-linked interests aggressively moved into Ukraine, buying assets that had collapsed in value after the 2014 upheaval.
I was talking about this and nobody listened. Nobody listened. I got called a racist, actually. A racist and a bigot.
We're talking about land and energy and infrastructure. And when Petro Poroshenko emerged as president, control of major financial and industrial assets didn't leave oligarchs. They simply changed hands.
In order to stop any insinuations, we have already prepared and fully agreed upon a deal to transfer our stake in Roshan to the Rothschild Trust, a company with an impeccable reputation, so that Poroshenko's name will not be listed among the owners.
Yeah, when then came 2019. Poroshenko lost power, and a television comedian by the name of Vladimir Zelensky won the presidency. And Jeffrey Epstein? He seems to have made a new friend, because he later writes to a Ukrainian-born woman, quote, I want you to start reading about politics in Ukraine. Zelensky, corruption, parliament.
These people don't know how to spell either. There's a bunch of like typos and everything, just like misspellings, not even like typos.
He later writes, yes, it is funny, but sophisticated corruption. Huge amounts of money will be made. I'd like to see you as a female oligarch. The Epstein and Zelensky had lunch multiple times together. And then Zelensky himself appears to be accused of being complicit in human trafficking in Ukraine. In a redacted email, Zelensky's misspelled name is found, stating that he allowed modeling.
Why is it always misspelled? That's so weird.
Agent
They never spell
Brunel
anything right.
to traffic
Like Biden, Zelensky.
girls out of the country. So who was Jean-Luc Brunel? Well, he was found dead in a prison cell in 2022 while he was being held on suspicion of rape of minors, sexual exploitation, and trafficking girls to who else but Jeffrey Epstein.
Whoa. What did that say? Hold on. Cash Patel, please, can you ask Jamie Dimon to supply all of Zelensky financials to see what this does with the U.S.'s money? What?
Jeffrey Epstein. And we're not done yet, because in a plot twist to this story, there is another major Pizzagate connection. See, Zelensky himself, in September of 2023, he invited performance artist Marina Abramovich to serve as an ambassador for Ukraine. She would specifically help to rebuild schools and support children affected by the war.
How
Marina
about that?
Abramovich is not even Ukrainian, she is Serbian. She is also a central character in the original Pizzagate story. See, throughout the Podesta Pizzagate emails, Abramovich's name comes up often. She is a bizarre performance artist who performs something called spirit cooking, which is a ritualistic use of blood.
We just took a look at that.
And semen. Much of her art involves highly sexual and cannibalistic themes. So the question is, what would qualify her to be an ambassador for Ukraine dealing specifically with children? Look,
Huh. I wonder what the connections there are.
Look, once again, there are so many bizarre issues that seem to be raised with these emails. Many of the names listed in the Epstein files are not necessarily connected to human and child trafficking, all right? But some certainly seem to be. And in this case, Zelensky, who runs a country that for years has been known as a hotbed for pedophilia and human trafficking, also seems to have found a powerful connection with and to Jeffrey Epstein. And even after Epstein's death, continued to remain connected to those who celebrate ritualistic torture.
Yeah. All these people, they're like international freaks. They've been international since before normal people were international. But now we have an international connection. So it's hard to keep all of this stuff that existed before we had the international connection hidden. And a lot of these people don't know how to use the international connection, the internet. And it just all slips out. How about that? That's my new catchphrase. How about that? The hardest thing to find out?
Something I haven't talked about here until now is that for the last year and a half, I was a federal grand juror. That means that I went once a month and sat on a grand jury and heard all kinds of cases. Now, of course, I'm still bound not to tell you any specifics about those cases. But I do want to tell you this. I think that there are a lot of you out there who look at some of the stuff in the Epstein file releases and you say, there's no way this happened. This is not a real thing.
I've been getting a lot of that, man. I've been getting a lot of people saying, oh, all this is fake. It's not really happening. No, there's stuff happening.
This is a figment of someone's imagination, but I want to tell you, that stuff does happen. On more than one occasion, when I left the grand jury, I was...
Oh boy, I got some stories to tell about my friend who was part of the cartel.
Physically sick from the things that I had to hear while I was there. And there are memories of some of those things that will always be with me. There are people in the world that are this depraved. There are people in the world that hurt children.
And they get swept under the rug. Nobody talks about them. Like the DuPont situation, for example.
There are people in the world that are just wired so screwed up or had so much trauma. I don't know what causes these things, but for whatever
Satan?
reason they are capable. Maybe they're just soulless, and you can do with that information what you want to.
I already did.
But I just want to tell you that these things really do happen. There's nothing that I have read in the Epstein files that is that far-fetched to me.
I think it's worse, actually. I think what we got from these Epstein files is not even like 10% of what's going on. Jeffrey Epstein, 8,000 chairs, Woody Allen, and Wayfarer.
Jeffrey Epstein sold $8,000 chairs to Woody Allen. We got so much to talk about in this video, y'all. Also, why are all these $10,000 cabinets on Wayfair labeled with the same name as these missing kids? Kyla. Just hold on, y'all.
Very
This video
interesting.
might get me banned, y'all. You remember the whole Wayfair, the false conspiracy about furniture, film, and child trafficking?
When all of the news sources come out and say that, no, this is a conspiracy theory, you're all wrong, when they're all together doing that, it's probably real.
BBC, by the way. Lady right there is on the Wayfair board of directors right there, and that's her friends, you know what I'm saying? That's Hillary Clinton, yeah, Michelle Obama, and Reese, whatever Reese. Well, here's an email receipt. Hi, Lauren. The chairs are going to be delivered today. Can you confirm receipt for us? The chairs are over $8,000, and that was from Jeffrey Epstein. To Woody Allen, of all people. Woody Allen. Yeah, how about that, huh? But no, it's just a conspiracy. Hold on. How big of a coincidence? Look, the missing kid right here. The name, Annabelle. Annabelle. This is on Wayfair. Look at the price.
Dude, it's all like $10,000.
$10,800. Now, this little kid down here, Samaya.
So I guess we've got the price of what children are worth. $10,000. That's the price. Holy shit.
Look, Samaya, 5. Another one, $12,000. Look, Utoria, Yaritza, boom. All the names on the missing people are the same names Kyla on the Wayfair. They were all posted around the same time. How on earth would they put the name Samaya, 5, $12,000 cabinets? Are you kidding me right now? And allegedly, yeah, these were all posted at the same time.
And it's on sale. Was $15,000. I guess nobody was buying.
Like the kids go missing, and then it's on
17-year-old. Yeah, it's a little bit too old. That's almost an adult.
Wayfair, but it's not related. Trust me, y'all. It's not related whatsoever. It's all a big conspiracy. Okay. I mean, how are you going to have 4 little dinosaurs for $30,000, y'all? You know, Ellen DeGeneres was tied into all this at one point. Look, $10,000 for a pillow. For pillows. Okay, what pillows can y'all name that cost that much?
I remember talking about this whenever this story first dropped, and everybody just kind of, you know, nothing burger and stopped talking about it. Well, here we are.
Much money. And you know, with the names, look right here, dude. The girl's last name, Duplexis. Look, Duplexis zodiac sign. It is very, and then there's the price, always $9,999. Let's not forget these chicken nuggets that $50,000 on eBay because it's shaped like what? I don't know about the chicken nugget one, y'all, but all the other ones, come on, man. I can't even say what I want to say because we already know what'll happen, but this is the company that the Wayfair board of directors keeps, okay? This is the company right there. That's who she hangs out with. Have y'all seen these sensory toys on Walmart.com? Look at this right here. Hold on. Just the fact that we've got emails, look, on Wayfair. We have emails on this, y'all, the $8,000. The fact that Woody Allen, Epstein sold chairs.
Epstein sold chairs to Woody Allen. How about that? Yeah, I don't care about that one. That's an ongoing thing right now. Ooh, more Isaac Cappy.
Where do they get the children? Where do all these children come from? Well, it has a lot to do with illegal immigration. The porous border on our southern border, the porous, and actually Canada. There's a weird loophole. Maybe someone can share a link about that story. About the
I've looked at it
up in Canada. Well,
it's crazy.
I don't remember the story exactly, but let's just focus on the southern border. So, the southern border, there are so many unaccompanied minors that just they come up, they get snatched up, they get sold off. Yeah, it's sad. Yes, and foster care. Guys, foster care is a huge CPS. It is a huge scam. There's this woman named Nancy Schaefer who, I believe she's from Georgia, and she was investigating child trafficking through the CPS, and she got murdered. And I believe that was in 2010.
Well, I was going to write her name down to see if she got murdered, but yep, there you go. He also got murdered. Well, he offed himself. He got murdered. Let's look up real quick, shall we? Children who go missing in foster care numbers. How about that? What are we going to get here? National scope, approximately 110,000 episodes of children. That's a weird way to word that. Approximately 110,000 episodes of children going missing from foster care occurred between July 2018 and December 2020 across the U.S. At the end of that period, 6,619 children were still missing. On average, 1% of all children in foster care were reported missing in 2020, with the majority aged 15 to 17. I bet a lot of them are runaways, but I also bet a lot of them are not. That's way too many. That is way too many. Well, it's like 20,000 a year. We can't just vote our way out of this, ladies and gentlemen. We can't just vote our way out of this.
How the fuck are we supposed to live in a world run by satanic, pedophilic, cannibalistic rapists?
Welcome to my world.
What am I supposed to do? What are we?
Dude, finally people are waking up, but now they're freaking out. We've been telling everybody what to do, but I don't think anybody's still going to do it. You got to stop buying their products. You got to stop consuming their culture. Yeah, you got to stop. But people just aren't gonna.
What's to do? We can't just vote our way out of this, guys.
You just got to stop giving them money. That's all. That's it. That is the only thing.
It's clearly every single fucking one of them.
It is.
We're surrounded by demons.
Yep. Stop defending celebrities. Stop defending billion-dollar corporations, trillion-dollar corporations. Stop buying their shit. Stop using their products. If you find out that they're a shit company, just stop. It's not. You don't need it. Aiden Ross just leaked Jeffrey Epstein's creepy method to make victims forget the island.
No, guys, listen, don't laugh. Listen, what I tell you. The girls that go here, they don't remember anything, allegedly, in my opinion, from what I've seen. Guys, they get drugged, right?
Yeah, they do all kinds of crazy stuff. They make it like a weird situation.
Listen. The reason why these rooms are all made customly and weird and like look like weird rooms and shit, so you don't remember and you can't describe it to the police, right? So that's why all these rooms look fucking weird. And they look like really weird shit, like statues. And there's a room with like pictures on, like of faces on the wall. Like, dude.
Yeah, they make it look kind of slightly psychedelic, but also flat. I bet that they've done some research on how to do this.
That's what the goal was for these crazy rooms. I'm exposing it because, yeah, I'm exposing it. They made the rooms look very customable and not realistic so that they couldn't snitch to the police. How do you know?
Yeah, right?
No, guys, listen.
Well, how did he know? I want to know. What is this? A video was just posted from the Epstein files showing a large system of underground tunnels. They're gonna make this video, take this video down so fast. Well, we know the tunnels exist. It's just crazy to see video of it. That's definitely underground. Why is it always shitty video, man? It's always the worst video. It's like filmed on a Nokia ass. The CIA overthrew the U.S. government when they stole the 2020 election. They did so using hammer and scorecard. Kirk Weeb, a former NSA senior analyst, explained how it worked.
To change votes on the fly, as they are reported by tallying locations in all precincts and counties, whatever applies to your state, as totals are reported via the internet. The data is grabbed in real time, changed, and sent on its way.
Just
And
as
this
I said.
happens in microseconds.
Microseconds. Like nearly fucking instantly.
Go into the technical details of how that happens. Just realize that the data is changed so quickly in the favor of whatever candidate it's told to favor, that no one notices a delay and just accepts the total. And this has been going on.
That's why we need to get away from computers.
Numerous states, to include battleground states, during this whole election. And it is still going on as votes are being counted and reported up echelon. Now, this evening,
we got to have paper ballots, and we got to have people counting, and we got to have people watching them count. We got to have people watching them watch them count. People watching them watch them count.
Lawyer Sidney Powell, the
and then recount.
Attorney of General Michael Flynn, and someone who is known to the President of the United States, appeared on Lou Dobbs.
Lou Dobbs tonight?
This evening. And reported this fact. And she added the fact that data has been obtained from the whistleblower who built the capability, Mr. Dennis Montgomery, who is a national hero in this matter, having made this data available. There is forensic evidence showing what data was changed, where it came from, and where it was going to. And a record is kept. That means there is direct, solid evidence of voter fraud.
I've been seeing a whole lot of that. I'm starting to think the election actually was stolen.
Perpetrated by the people that are operating this hammer scorecard combination to change the votes of.
Yeah, it's the pedophile elites. It's the same people that are controlling everything. So this was Jesse Ventura in like 2009 talking to some lady, some scientist lady who predicted everything.
You've left the United States of America.
Yes, sir, I have.
Why?
I do not feel safe living in the United
Really?
States.
Do you want to come in and sit down?
No, sir, I'd rather not.
You'd rather just be here so you can make a fast exit if you have
As
to.
soon as you and I finish,
You're out
I'm
here.
leaving the country again. Why? Because in a very short time, not today, not tomorrow, but very soon, we'll be facing compulsory vaccination under the mistaken term of...
So this is definitely being acted, but this was in 2009. Like, how did they know?
voluntary vaccination.
What is it about these vaccinations? You think that they're bad?
Well, first of all, let's start with the fact that the World Health Organization has decided that we have 90% too many people. The World Health Organization has been working since 1974 on vaccines to create permanent sterility.
And we all know this is true.
Doctor, the response is going to be, you're crazy. How can you say this stuff?
They will induce a pandemic. You're going to get the flu. Everybody around us is going to get the flu. Then the United States government, based on their statements that they've already made, will say, oh my, we have a pandemic.
Oh
what
my.
That means is a Holocaust, a genocidal Holocaust. Men and women will sicken and die, and those who survive will be infertile.
Yep, and we've got a population collapse going on right now, and an infertility crisis. So how about that? Predicted to a T. Man, I used to love Aaron Carter. I was a big fan of Aaron Carter back in the Jimmy Neutron days. The I want candy. That was like a big thing for the Jimmy Neutron movie when I was a kid, and he was like all over. What wasn't he on Nickelodeon all the time? Nick Carter was his brother, and he had Backstreet Boys or NSYNC or something like that. They're the same thing. Aaron was ended after this video because he refused to go along with made-up child abuse allegations about Michael Jackson.
One boy.
Now listen to this. I have to tell you this.
Okay.
So after I left the party, and the next day I smoked with Michael, and then I get in the limousine and I leave. I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal, over here. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me in the hotel room.
How about
and
that?
my mom's there, and she's like, "Tell them what happened." And I'm like, "What do you mean, tell them what happened?" And I sit down with them, and they all ask these super sexually exploited, questions, backsided questions.
They really, I think Michael Jackson said some things and they were trying to get him. I've got some videos lined up of Michael Jackson saying some things.
Questions, and I knew that at my age already. And I looked at all 4 of them and I said, "Are y'all crazy?" I said, "What you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money?" That's what I told him. I was like, "You're and I looked over at my mom and I was like, "Are you serious, Mom?" I was like, "What is going on here? Why are you letting this happen?" And she goes, "Well," "Well, I think something happened, I think something." I'm like, "Really?"
I think she's evil.
That man did nothing but be hospitable, kind, loving, giving, everything you can think of. We rode 4-wheelers for 5 hours, me, him, and Chris Tucker, in the mountains at nighttime after his birthday party. Him and I hung out and talked pretty much all.
Yeah, such a sad situation. And like legit right after this, he was gone. Just when I thought he was gonna, get his career back, start doing some cool stuff. Jim Carrey surprised everyone in 2017 when he stopped all the jokes and declared that there is no meaning to any of this.
The first time I've run into Jim Carrey. Hey, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No, I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come.
What is the meaning of this? Like, what is the point of red carpets? Does anybody watch them? Like, I don't even get the point, and I think Jim Carrey realized this. I think he probably seen some shit and was like, nope, I'm done with all of this.
And join, and here I am. You gotta admit, it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe in
icons, boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons.
Yeah. How are they icons? Who's propping them up? Who's putting them there?
What do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I didn't.
Was that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream.
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's the
uplifting.
thing. It's
She's
not
so
our world.
lost.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
Okay.
Well, he was right. Yeah, fuck Hollywood. This woman had the recent snow in Texas lab tested and the results are frightening. Okay. I'm not gonna watch that one. But that is a crazy one. Oh boy, Stephen Baldwin.
Said it before, so I'll say it again. It is all of them. All of them. But for greater clarity, it is only their sin. It's just their sin. And sinners are so popular, aren't they?
They are. that they are.
Said it.
That's fucking insane, dude. CDC whistleblower. We buried the data on autism links to vaccines.
Roll back in the time machine to August of 2014. That is when Bill Thompson made the admission that the CDC had lied and hid the fact that the MMR vaccine was associated with autism.
I think this was done on purpose, I'm just going to say, because for years when I was a kid leading up to 2014, I guess, there were just autism documentaries after autism documentaries about savant syndrome, about all kinds of stuff, about these like genius kids that are, you know, they have telepathic abilities and paranormal abilities. Of course, they were going to try and cause more people to have autism, and they tried to put like a positive stigma on it.
Talking with Thompson as it unfolded felt like a spy movie. It led me to secretly record phone conversations with Dr. William Thompson, which I did in the state of Oregon because it's illegal to secretly record phone conversations in the state of California. Dr. Thompson freely admitted that he had covered it up, and his associates at the CDC had also covered it up.
Thimerosal causes autism-like features, and that's the way I would say it. I'm completely ashamed of what I did. The higher-ups wanted to do certain things, and I went along with it. Colleen is a center director, Frank is the director of immunization safety, and Marceline the branch chief. They're still all much more senior than me.
Dr. Julie Gerberding was head of the CDC at the time. Coincidentally, she went on to a lucrative career at Merck, the manufacturer of the MMR vaccine.
I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe we did what we did. But we did.
I can believe it. People are fucking evil. They do all of the evil things that you can think of. Breaking from James O'Keefe. FBI official admits Kash Patel will not arrest any Minnesota daycare criminals. How about that? Called it.
He's like a diva. Is that true? 110% he's a diva. Are you serious? 110%. He's lazy.
$1,000,000%.
He's not good at his job.
I've said that if arrests do not happen, if people are not held to account, then we'll have no choice but to investigate the investigators themselves.
Yep, and you know exactly that's going to be what's going to happen.
I'm a security specialist at the FBI, so I do background checks, investigations, that type of stuff. I've been working there for 5 years now.
On hidden camera, this FBI security specialist tells us the quiet part out loud.
So you don't think there's going to be any like major arrests, like with Kash Patel or the FBI?
No. Also, I don't think anybody would ever go to prison.
Now, thanks to the brave work of citizen journalists like
Yeah, they might get arrested. They might get pulled into court, but nothing's going to happen.
Nick Shirley, Americans were able to see what actually happens in Minnesota outside these daycare centers.
Do you think they're going to arrest?
Nothing's going to happen. By the way, this is not just for the Somali daycare thing. This goes for everything that they're looking at. They're not arresting anybody except for just like random fucks online and people in the streets that are crashing out against ICE. That is the only people they're arresting right now.
Like, that are dealing with the daycare stuff?
I think by the time that case is done, even being like looked at and ready to go to court, Trump won't even be in office anymore. Like, it would most likely be thrown out very quickly. Fraud cases like that, like money stuff, years, literal years of time. They're gonna try and pin it on somebody.
We're fucked.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Years. We're fucked.
James O'Keefe here reporting from Los Angeles, downtown in front of City Hall. They're having all the protests against ICE. They're yelling quite loud. How are you? What's that? I am. Telling the truth. Yeah. She's yelling at us. She's saying that we're telling lies. And over the last few months, I've said that if arrests do not happen, if people are not held to account, then we'll have no choice but to investigate the investigators themselves, investigate the prosecutors themselves at every level. We understand that incentives govern human behavior more than virtue does, and people are demanding that people be held accountable. People are reminding you that we're a nation of laws. But that only works if the people in government, if the people in power do the right thing. So now the question is, what will it take?
They have incentives to not do the right thing.
To get accountability and arrests. And we believe that what it will take is oversight, watching the watchmen, or in Latin, custodiae ipsos custodes, who guards the guardsmen. Where is the Department of Justice? Where is the federal government? And why aren't they doing their jobs? What is actually going on in the nation's capital?
They're pretending to do stuff to get paid. I don't know.
We decided to take a look. Now, there's what they say on the record, and there's what they say when no one is looking. Our investigation led us to an FBI security specialist who, on hidden camera, this FBI security specialist tells us the quiet part out loud. And as I do this report,
He's probably going to get fired.
Protesters are filtering into Los Angeles, one of them yelling at me to stop lying. I question any of them to actually tell me what I am lying about. We literally see their lips moving in our undercover reports.
I am a security specialist at the FBI. I've been working there for 5 years now. I was under Biden first.
Now, when you watch this man is either a Biden holdover speaking out of turn, or he is telling the truth, describing a system that walks out.
No, I think he's telling the truth
for years.
I think it's both.
Point where
Both
the
can be true.
president is in power. What this official inside the FBI says is very troubling and potentially revealing about how the Department of Justice actually operates. People are more honest when they don't know they're being recorded. And that's not all. This same FBI official we caught on tape admits that even under Kash Patel, there will be no arrests of people in the deep state in the near future. Not exactly surprising considering the lack of action we've seen so far.
Do you think, like, your job, like the FBI, do you think they're gonna arrest the people, like, that are dealing with the daycare stuff?
The thing with those cases is that I think by the time that case is done, even being like looked at and ready to go to court, Trump won't even be in office anymore.
Really?
Fraud cases like that, like money stuff,
yeah,
years, literal years of time.
You don't think the FBI would arrest them, even though Trump would be like, please arrest them?
I don't think so, because over and over and over again, it's been shown it doesn't work. It's not working.
I don't think they actually do anything except talk.
Also, I don't think anybody would ever go to prison. Like, they would most likely be thrown out very quickly.
Now, thanks to the brave work of citizen journalists like Nick Shirley, Americans were able to see what actually happens in Minnesota outside these daycare centers. Now, according to this FBI official, he's saying that accountability and justice is not coming. Why? He says the FBI and the Department of Justice walk these investigations out. They actually might take years, literal years, like 5 years. And by that time,
it's not going to take 5 years. It's too big. Maybe 5 years just for Minneapolis.
The executive branch of government.
It's just, they're incompetent. There's no fucking way. No fucking way.
Shifts power, the pendulum swings, and the people are never held to account.
They're going to try and pin it on somebody and make it seem like a crime, like a very serious crime.
Pin it on somebody? Like,
pin it on one of those people who runs those daycares.
Oh.
They need somebody to take the fall.
Oh, okay.
And we're just gonna point somebody.
Do you know who that would be?
No idea.
But that's what they do, though. They just pick someone and be like, "This is our guy," and everyone else would go free.
That sometimes happens, yeah. Charging somebody for anything financial,
yeah,
for one person can take literally years. I've seen it.
Yeah, if it's gonna be too expensive and too hard, then they're not gonna mess with it.
It can take years because you have to look at all the money, all the accounts, all the transactions, all the payments, everything. You have to look at everything.
Now, according to this FBI official, the plan isn't to dismantle the Minnesota daycare fraud, but to find a fall guy. Let's face it, healthcare is a...
Yeah, we're completely boned. Nobody's ever going to do anything about anything. If they can't even figure that one out, they're never going to figure out the pedophile elites. They're probably just going to start openly worshiping the devil and laughing at us that we can't do anything about it. And they know it. They know that we can't do anything about it. And they're just starting to become out in the open with it. Two days before Epstein died, $577 million was transferred into a brand new trust. The timing alone should stop you cold.
This is 2 days before the bear died.
2 days before he killed himself, allegedly, committed suicide. You know what he did 2 days before he killed himself? Epstein's estate transferred $577 million into a trust he created 2 days before his death, and it was called the 1953 Trust. Why 1953? That's the year he was born. A little weird. 2 days before, kind of weird. Either you are like fully prepared, or it's a little weird. Remember how earlier we were talking about Bill Barr connection with the dad and all this other kind of little weird, you know, Bill Barr, New York Times called him the ultimate cover-up general. New York Times called him that in 1992 when they were going through a complete different thing. Imagine
That's
Bill
weird.
Barr's being called the cover-up general 33 years ago by New York Times. Damn! That kind of a reputation for this long. Bill Barr's role as Attorney General during everything is extremely significant. Why? Because some are calling this the ultimate potential intelligence cover-up. His background, past behavior in the context of his death led to many describing Barr as a CIA fixer or the guardian of the deep state.
Yeah. If you look at that...
That seems exactly like what's going on there. And it seems like that kind of shit is still going on.
Hi, Anna. Mr. Epstein would like to see menu from pizza place. Could someone send it, please?
What is happening here?
Website's still active.
Oh.
Sam Hyde. What the hell? Did he just buy this domain to troll? What the fuck? The fuck Sam Hyde doing? What?
Wait, what did that say? Hold on. Mamma mia, this has gotten too spicy. Contact our head chef, Samola Hyde, for any special orders.
Sam Hyde doing what? He definitely just bought that domain and changed it. Who emails?
That's
okay, look,
awesome.
I love pizza, but who the fuck is emailing this many times about pizza?
Ghost of Kiev strikes again. This woman was controlling the speaker using mind control?
Record, page 55 from the committee's interview with FBI. Have some administrative
What's
matters
happening?
first. I wanted to introduce into the record, page 55 from the committee's interview with FBI employee Roya Demlow, who...
What the fuck?
First, I wanted to introduce into the record page 55 from the committee's interview with page 55 from the committee's interview with which took place on
What is
July
happening
17,
here? This is giving me chills.
In that, which took place on July 17, 2023. In that, we're to leave this interview and we're to suggest or imply that when you said the laptop was real, that it meant that the FBI had affirmatively determined in
That's
October
1,000% a
2020
demon.
that the laptop belonged to...
Oh, she caught it. She realized she was doing it. The world will know exactly what these absolute monsters have done. Their legacy will be pure evil.
Clinton Foundation is the biggest organized crime family that I know of. For example, Hillary Clinton took money from the Russians to sell American uranium to Russia. She took money from the Saudi Arabians to sell Syria and Yemen to Saudi Arabia and to justify ISIS and protect ISIS. Hillary Clinton is probably the single most corrupt politician in U.S. history since Lyndon Baines Johnson.
I believe it.
And as Secretary of State, money would come into the Clinton Foundation and U.S. support would go out. And by the way, the reason we have 1,000 military bases is not for military power. They're lily pads for smuggling. That is how CIA smuggles gold, guns, drugs, cash, and small children for the elites in the United States. War is a profit center, not just for oil. War produces body parts. It produces orphans.
Why wouldn't it?
It produces all kinds of human goods that can then be trafficked. And the banks rely on war and drugs for their cash flow, for their liquidity.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be like that? War is evil, so why wouldn't the most evil, vile shit be happening? You think it just stopped after World War II? No. It just was better hidden behind the scenes because technology got better. Kanye West was right all along.
Dumbest question I've ever asked myself. I said, you know, how much does the Earth cost? Think
It's
about
not a bad question.
But
how much is the Earth worth?
And it's saying we can't buy it. We couldn't make enough money to buy the Earth, right? So that means we made money. So if money is the key to all people's happiness and will solve everything and everyone's doing things for money, let's just make more money. But it's not about making more money. It's about keeping poor people poor and rich people rich, keeping people in their place. And right now, we're experiencing the fall of Rome, or the Titanic has now hit a glacier. And there's people who would prefer to go down with the Titanic than to get on a lifeboat because they don't want to get seawater on their dress or on their nice outfit. The people are so programmed and brainwashed into classism and protectionism that it's difficult for people to embrace innovation unless it has a tag on it that's got a name brand connected to it that says, with this innovation, you will be better than the person you'll be better than your next door neighbor.
How about that? I think Kanye West, or Ye, is the least insane person in Hollywood. And that's saying something, man. Okay, let me pull this on over.
Have met people who claimed to be Satanists, who claimed to be involved with black magic, who claimed that they not only knew a lot about it, but as I said, I've certainly haven't been involved, and I warn all of you, never. You will not only lose your mind, you lose your soul.
Right, he is completely correct. Don't mess with it, man. It will ruin you.
The first time Isaac really understood what was going on in the industry was when he was confronted by his best friend known as Seth Green. This is where he admitted he was into pedophilia.
Well, the first time it really hit me was at Seth said we now need to have a talk about chicken. And then he basically admitted that he's a pedophile.
The word chicken has been used as a code word in the WikiLeaks from Hillary Clinton to represent a child. In these WikiLeaks, she had stated, "With fingers crossed the old rabbit's foot at the box in the attic, I will be sacrificing a chicken in the backyard to Moloch." If you're wondering who Moloch is, he was a deity that was worshipped thousands of years ago and was believed to still be going on today. In order to praise him, they would say,
Yeah, it's too convenient, too much of a coincidence, too on the nose for it to not be somewhat true.
sacrifice their children.
At least.
Oh, I'm not going to talk about Tom Hanks either, who is also a pedophile.
Yeah, we know
Tom
that.
Hanks, folks, is a pedophile. There's this girl, Sarah Ruth Ashcraft, on Twitter, who has been accusing Tom Hanks of raping her when she was 13. Her dad sold her to Tom Hanks. She's been accusing him for months and months and months and months and months. He's never addressed it.
Tom Hanks had posted this
course he
Instagram
didn't.
picture a couple weeks back. It states, "Historic Route 66 roadkill? I hope not." This was a clear play on words to predict exactly how Isaac was going to be killed. It's no coincidence that he was suicided by jumping off of a bridge, as they say, and landing on a highway and being killed by a car.
The higher you go, the more sick it gets. You heard of the cannibals. Yeah, there is cannibalism. Look into Marina Abramovich. If you're just getting started with this stuff, look into Marina Abramovich.
The person he is referring to is extremely high up in the industry and associated with many famous celebrities. It's clear as day that what she is doing is satanic, but she calls it performance art. She hosts these parties where they do mock human sacrifices.
I've
She's
heard all
also
about
involved
this.
with what is known as spirit cooking. It's an occult
Yep,
ancient
spirit
ritual
cooking.
where she mixes together these ingredients such as sperm and breast milk. After she is done with that, she throws it on what looks like a mock child.
Dude, absolutely insane. That's not even the video that was supposed to be, by the way. That was supposed to be like Michael Jackson. Let me try that again. Let me see if it pulls up another video. That was a crazy one. It pulls up a different one. So what's the point of saving these links? I guess there's not, because it's not going to give me the right ones. Maybe if I do that.
The Epstein files, and it's called a revelation of the method. For decades, we were told the truth was a crazy conspiracy, but now, the system of control has dumped 3.5 million pages of evidence on us, not to set us free, but to show us that they are untouchable. This isn't just politics, but it's a part of their occult ritual. In these files, we see the elites, men like Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Peter Mandelson, treating human lives as currency, and we see evidence of children
what I've been
trafficked
saying.
like property to the highest bidder.
They don't need money. They're using people as currency.
It shows children being unalived and even devoured by these sick people's appetites. And why show us this now? Because the system of control believes that if they show us the evil in plain sight and nothing happens, our spirits will break. This is an occult purpose, to gain our implied consent through our silence. By showing us the truth and then denying accountability,
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna be silent.
Declaring this the final release while burying 2.5 million more pages, they are trying to normalize the horrific. They use the centralized network of DOJ officials and mainstream media to tell us that driver's license photos of victims being leaked is just a mistake, while they redact the faces of the powerful. They want us to believe that citizens protesting are a national security threat worthy of a subpoena, but millions of pages of elite trafficking don't allow for any prosecutions.
Exactly. Yep.
We are the people, and we provide the physical, decentralized...
Like, I don't give a fuck about ICE. I don't give a fuck about illegal immigrants anymore. Get rid of the pedophile elite. That's what I care about. Like, do fucking something. Didn't do anything with the illegal immigrants. Do something with the pedophile elite. Nothing's gonna happen. Yeah. What is this? Hopefully this was one. Yeah, okay.
I said, yes, I did. And they didn't ask which God I believed. I didn't tell them that the God I believed didn't have horns. Basically, Masonry is an antichrist thing. It claims it's not religious, but it is. Almost every single leading occult person of the late 19th and early 20th century was a Freemason. They just go together like, love and marriage. When I was into Satanism, we understood and were taught that Satan draws energy from being worshipped. And when these guys, even if they don't understand it, every time a Mason kneels at the altar and swears an oath, the devil gets energy from that. Again, there was this group in Chicago, and they were entwined with this Memphis Mitzrayim rite, and I interacted with these people, and at a certain point they said, well, if you want to go any further and become a satanic priest, you need to, sell your soul to the devil. And so they took me to this park in Glen Ellen, Illinois, which is like a suburb of Chicago. And they said, don't worry about it. The cops are all devil worshippers. And they brought out this black book, and I swore an oath to Satan, my allegiance to him. So they ask you if you...
So the cops are all devil worshippers. I don't know how true that is, but I believe it. Oh, please be the right clip.
They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic, they do the memory erasure,
The what? Memory erasure?
The memory erasure. They erase my memories. It's a little foggy, but you know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic, they do the memory erasure,
The what? Is she just talking shit, being weird, or is that real?
The memory erasure. They erase my memories. It's a little foggy, but you know what?
What the fuck? I'm gonna have to look that up later. You don't think it's all of them? It's all of them.
To my adult years or leaving home where I could really try on something different for myself. That was Satanism. It's working out really well. I made a pact. The movie came out so well. And it took me...
The way he was down at the end of that, I think it was a joke, but it was true. And from what I've been hearing recently, it's 1,000% true. All these people are fucking Satan worshippers, dude. Outright. And I've been saying it for a long time. I've been hearing it for a long time. Ever since that clown dude started popping up on social media. You know who I'm talking about? The clown dude with the tattoos. Oh, dude, where's that guy? Because, he told everybody. He was telling everybody that all these people were at, satanic parties, drinking blood and eating babies and shit. Hold on. I'm going to find that dude. Maybe if I look on YouTube, find this clown guy. Clown guy. How about Hollywood clown guy? What's his name? This guy. Richie the Barber. Richie the Barber. Okay, where's him talking about celebrities? Richie the Barber. Celebrities. I don't know about exposed. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Richie the Barber exposes Hollywood. There we go.
So there was this chair that was on the stage, and it looked to be kind of like an electric chair. And then they're whipping his chest, you know?
Oh my God, Richie.
At the Passion of Christ. They revealed who this person was. It was a Harry Potter guy.
Daniel Radcliffe.
It was a Harry Potter guy.
That's so crazy.
And he had the glasses on. And he had the robe. He had the robe and the glasses
in
on.
the Thunderbolt.
I believe it.
Dude.
Jack Black has to be there.
They had the wand, and they put it up his...
no, they did not.
Yeah, his...
Richie, where did they put the wand?
Buttocks. Yeah.
They put a wand between Daniel Radcliffe's anus.
Yeah.
I'd believe it.
Yeah. It was a satanic ritual party.
Were they punishing him for something? Or?
I don't know. And that's where I saw Keanu Reeves, too. He was there.
What? Keanu Reeves was
there. He was on the left of me, yeah.
What was he doing?
Just watching it, enjoying
Was he
it.
laughing?
He was enjoying it. He's very serious, man.
He wasn't laughing.
No, you don't.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about it. They might have told him to say some ridiculous shit after he said some crazy shit. What is this?
The rumors are true. I will no longer be a co-host on the Richie the Barber show. Zero notice that I was being removed from the show. You know, Richie simply changed the password of our YouTube account that I helped build from the ground up. And, you know, what's crazy is just that 3 weeks ago, Richie asked me to be his best man at his wedding.
It's
we
fake.
were best friends. And now, because of money, he's turned his back on me. And worse, all the money that was coming in had to be routed to my bank account because Richie's credit report.
Okay, I don't care.
Taylor Swift.
Scary.
I seen her at the parties, bro.
You've seen Taylor
Swift, dude. Bro.
Richie, you've seen Taylor
I've seen
Swift.
Taylor Swift at the parties, bro.
What was she doing?
She was dancing.
With the devil?
She's just like dancing all crazy all over everybody.
Is she on drugs?
Definitely cocaine, man.
Can you tell us anything that you've seen her do that made you believe that she is part of a satanic cult, that she is in fact... She did what now?
She drank blood, bro.
This is disturbing,
She
Richie.
was there drinking blood, bro. She goes...
They're acting like this is like comedic, but I think this is true.
I love drinking blood. And she's in this, like...
That's
She's
disturbing.
pretty much like in hell. Like, there's all this fire and stuff. She's all seductive in this seductive, like, you know, dress.
Do you think she's attractive, Richie?
Dude, she's satanic, bro.
But you didn't answer
She's
the question.
satanic, bro.
Answer the question,
I don't
Richie.
see her like that, bro.
You don't.
I don't live for that, dude.
Same. Do what? I think he's just joking, but I don't live for that shit. What is this here?
Sometimes we don't need to know everything, because sometimes it's not going to make a difference, because laws exist in our physical world that protect those people even if the truth does come out. So what's the point? Is it our egos that tell us that we need to
What do we do then?
go, gotcha, I know who the bad guys are? Or is it because we actually want to make a difference? Like, what is the deal with the Epstein list and all the people who want it out so bad? Is it because people actually are going to do something about it? Or is it because you just want to know? You just want the tea?
I'll tell you this, because if society becomes unraveled, I say let it burn.
Yep,
Start
I'm there.
fresh. If this whole society is built on the backs of abuse,
It is too.
of horrific crimes against,
Letting it burn means what?
It's in the Bible.
meaning everyone's exposed.
Okay.
Banks go belly up. If
Then what happens to our existence? How do we buy food?
We're
it
gone.
starts-
Pay the rent?
It starts new.
How do we...
It's
how?
good rises and takes out the evil, and that's how. And it's going to be a disrupted
Well,
society.
that would have to be biblical proportions.
Well, we
So what
might
you're
be there.
saying is
We
you
might
think
be
this
there.
is the end of times.
Ooh. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, what do we got on YouTube? Who got caught? Fuck, man, that's a long video. Ooh. That's a long video, too. Bill Gates just got caught in 4K.
Oh, this is a new one. Bill Gates apparently did make a comment. Bill Gates breaks his silence on the latest release of the Epstein files. This is from today.
Every minute I spent with him, I regret and I apologize that I did that.
Oh, you do, do you?
Brings me to Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know what your relationship with him was.
Yeah, I met Jeffrey in 2011. So over a period of 3 years, I had a number of dinners with him.
Yeah.
The focus was always.
So what
What'd
about,
you
like,
eat
the
at those
Russian
dinners?
hookers?
He knew a lot of very
Yeah,
rich
the Russian
people,
hookers.
and he was saying he
But
could
what'd you eat at those dinners? Babies?
get them to give money to global health. In retrospect, that was a dead end, and I've said many times, but I'll say again, I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him.
Right.
You've no doubt seen the allegations, including some of them from the last 24 to 48 hours. Are they true?
No, apparently Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was never sent. The email is, false. So I don't know what his thinking was there. Was he trying to attack me in some way? But
I think he's looking too far into it. He sounds guilty. He could have been like, I have no fucking idea. I didn't do no email, and could have just left it at that instead of trying to come up with an excuse for it.
So let me get this straight. Jeffrey Epstein wrote an email to himself because he knew that after he was killed, the main thing that he wanted the public to know is that you were sleeping with Russian hookers, and he wanted to give your wife a antibiotic so she wouldn't know that you transmitted an STD that you got from Russian hookers to her. And he knew this almost 10 years before he died.
And that he tried to get medication to treat a sexually transmitted infection, and that he was going to give you the medicine without you knowing.
I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage.
She didn't deny it.
I wanted to leave my marriage. So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
And he did this to frame you specifically, to embarrass you for... Just listen, man. Really, just come out and say it.
But, it just reminds me, every minute I spent with him, I regret and I, apologize that I did that.
The problem is some of the
Oh, you
things that
apologize.
he has sent and some of the
What about the actual Simpsons level bullshit that you were trying to do, like block out the sun?
information about other people that has come up in those files has been true. Why would he?
The problem is that the other stuff was true. Why is the stuff about you not true? What a great question.
Do this and say this about you, do you think?
Yeah. Why would he do this?
It's factually true that I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any women.
He never went to the island. He never...
I believe that he never went to the island. I think he did, but I'd believe it because it wasn't just at the island. That wasn't the only place they were having parties. It was all over the world.
Well, if you didn't meet any
They have underground tunnels and shit.
women, why is there a photo of you next to a woman with her face blacked out? I mean, that seems very odd.
And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior.
Man, another
And he
Microsoft
swallowed too.
Oh God. How about that? Cooked? Yeah, I guess so. Oh my God. No. No, guys.
Piss and fire. That's pretty good. They're trying to bury the
I wanted to give
Epstein
you a
files.
brief little follow-up to the latest batch of Epstein files that dropped. Over 3 million files came out, and it's been quite a few days now of people coming through them and finding tons and tons of alarming things. new allegations, new names, a ton of new information. I highly recommend you check out CoffeeZilla's 2 latest videos covering this new Epstein file drop. I think he does a great job at cutting through the bullshit and delivering the clearest coverage and highlighting some of the most important takeaways from all of this new information. This is a huge deal, and don't let any of the NPCs on Twitter convince you otherwise or try and minimize the importance of this. And crazy enough, I know it's not just these faceless homunculi on Twitter that have this administration's cock buried deep into their throat that's trying to convince you to just let this all go. The administration itself is doing that as well, which is the main thing I want to talk about here. Since this release,
I think they realize that nothing's actually going to be done, nothing can be done, so they're like, let's just move on. But we don't want to move on. I think we'd rather let society burn to the fucking ground than move on from this. That's where I'm at on it.
The official narrative from the administration is they've finally complied with the law and released these files, and now we can all just move on. Which is crazy because there are still no arrests and seemingly no investigations either, despite all of this overwhelming evidence that now the public has access to and can see some really fucking terrible things in. Raping children, trafficking children, possible cannibalism, torture, murder, all of this now just openly in the public, of course with tons of redactions to protect the perpetrators, naturally, which of course violates the law that they're right now gloating about following, by the way. All of this is now out there in the public, and yet still no investigations, and the administration is proudly just saying...
Yeah, the fact that we got this shit redacted, dude. What? Are you shitting me? And I understand if you're redacting it because of victims, but there was a lot of shit that was obviously not victims. It was obviously trying to protect certain people.
Time to move on. Before showing you some clips here, I want to do a little experiment here with you to try and activate a few neurons, God forbid. Let me dust off your brain here for a moment. Let's say that you have drank the Kool-Aid to such an extreme degree that you believe all of these Epstein files are a bunch of hooey when it comes to the Republicans that are named in there, like Howard Lutnick or Donald Trump. Let's say that you think that all of those are make-believe, there's nothing in there that holds any water, it's a fucking, wild goose chase, it's all fake.
To be fair, the stuff about Trump, it already turned out was fake in the past, or at least was found to be fake. And it still could be true. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just a fucking conspiracy theorist here.
But you believe that all the information in regards to Democrats in there, like Bill Clinton, is legitimate. And Bill Gates. All of that's real, but all the stuff on the Republicans is fake. Let's play ball with that. Let's say you're right. Why are the Republicans that are in charge right now in this administration not pursuing an investigation on the Democrats in these Epstein files? Let's go into a little bit of chess theory here. Everything about Donald Trump and the Epstein files is totally innocent. He's been absolved of all wrongdoing like he says he is, and like a lot of other people are trying to regurgitate, despite the numerous times his name appears. Let's say he's not compromised by Israel like the FBI was investigating.
I definitely think he is.
Let's say all of this is wrong, but all the Democrats that are named in there are actually guilty. Those are the actual evil perpetrators and the real culprits. Why the fuck aren't we arresting the Democrats, or at the very least investigating all of this information?
Not just Democrats. I don't know why he's saying Democrats. I'm more worried about the Hollywood elites.
In the Epstein files.
And like the international investment firms and shit like that.
Ask yourself that question. Let's use someone easy, Bill Clinton. I think most sane people on the planet, after combing through the Epstein files and seeing all of these allegations and the pictures and everything with Bill Clinton, can agree there's enough here to at least start poking around and see what's going on with Bill Clinton's relationship to Epstein and everything that happened on the Epstein Island,
Rothschilds.
Right? Well, why the fuck is Trump defending him so adamantly right now? He just put out a statement
I saw
like,
that.
man, I hate that people are shooting spitballs at Bill Clinton. I like that guy. I love that guy, actually.
Yeah, that's just
For a second there, I thought he
retarded.
was going to request a group hug in the shower with Bill Clinton at the very end of that fucking segment.
Yeah. Trump was basically just like, well, he was nice to me, so I like him.
All of a sudden, he's Bill Clinton's best friend suckling on his titties. Like, what? Where's this coming from? Like, only a couple days ago, he was like, yeah, Bill Clinton's name's all over that. That backfired, didn't it? And now he's like, oh, man, Bill Clinton's, he's like the best of us. That guy's awesome. Oh, this is craziness, actual craziness. Now, I know that there's, like, some probes into some things in regards to the Epstein files and people like Bill Clinton, like, related to it. But nothing's going to come from it. Nothing has come from this shit ever. across multiple administrations. Nothing has come from it, so I have no expectation that there's going to be any justice, especially when the fucking President Trump is still talking about, like, let's move on and it's not important. Or Perjury Patel, like, hey, we comply with the law. Epstein files are out there.
Nobody's gonna do anything. It's all fake. It's all pretend. It's all so they can get their names in the history books and pretend like they actually did something.
We're done here. Time to wash our hands of it. Or Todd Blanche going and saying, it's not a crime to party with Epstein. It's very hard to have any level of faith that there's going to be any repercussions to all of these evil monsters. Now, I know I've been sitting here shitting and...
Welcome to my world, bro. The world is run by the synagogue of Satan.
Spitting got a little off track to bring it back
like
to...
all these people, like Charlie, everybody that's freaking out, that's mad about all of this, need to read the Bible. Need to start going to church. That is the only thing that's going to make you feel better.
The initial thought experiment I wanted to plant into your noodle. If you believe all Republicans in these Epstein files are innocent, but all Democrats are not, ask yourself, why are the Republicans that are in charge right now not actually investigating or holding any of these Democrats accountable and punishing them?
Because we're bought.
Pursuing charges or anything of the sort. Why does it seem like the actual narrative is the Epstein files are out there, we're done here? Even though, by the way, the official stance only a few months ago is that the Epstein files aren't real, it's a Democrat hoax, they don't exist, that kind of thing. After, of course, Pam Bondi said they were on her desk. After, of course, they had actually given the Epstein files phase 1.
This shit is why I don't vote.
To some fucking right-wing influencers who have been hush-hush crickets ever since. Anyway, if the Democrats in the Epstein files are guilty, why are they not being investigated? Let me offer you a little game theory here. It's because the Republicans in the Epstein files aren't actually innocent. No one in the Epstein files is innocent when it comes to a lot of the evidence we now have at our fingertips.
I don't think Trump is innocent. I just think that the stuff that he was mentioned with the Epstein files were not true. I think he did some other fucked up shit. I think he was shaking hands with a lot of powerful people who do evil things, and he knew it and didn't care because it was going to make him look good.
There's a lot of real actionable stuff in there, at least I think so. Now, of course, a lot of it is unsubstantiated.
I don't think Trump was out there chopping the feet off of children and drinking blood.
I get that.
Not having sex parties. Well, he might have been having sex parties, but not like having the satanic ritual sex parties.
Probably guilty of shit. Like I know Russell Wilson was in there about like a plane, like trying to buy a plane. I get that. But there's a lot of substantial evidence on a lot of very powerful people, like a Howard Lutnick. And so, if this administration did actually pursue charges against the Democrats that are named in the Epstein files, then that puts them at risk of being implicated as well if that person starts squealing, if they start letting the fat lady sing. That's why I believe they are not pursuing any kind of real investigation or anything at all for anyone associated with the Epstein files.
Also, if they actually try and do anything, all the investment firms are going to pull out. They're probably going to do something and cause a world war. Because they're also invested heavily into NATO.
That's why, apparently, all of these extremely powerful people that are named in there are completely fucking untouchable. They're basically ghosts at this point. If your name is in the Epstein files, you've basically activated God mode in America, where you cannot be touched or punished, it seems. And I think that's also why the previous administration wasn't touching anything in the Epstein files, because again, if they went after the Republicans that were named in the Epstein files, that opens them up to also being implicated there as well, because clearly this was more than just one party. Both Republicans and Democrats are named a lot in these Epstein files.
People really like to commit crimes, don't they? I mean, I like to commit crimes. Well, I used to. I don't really commit crimes anymore. But I used to commit crimes 6 times a day, sometimes more, whenever marijuana was illegal. Like, people do illegal shit. And at the top, of course, you know, if they got the opportunity to do the most illegal shit, they're going to do it because they're depraved, they're degenerate. They're so... You got to be some kind of fucked up to want to be that famous in the first place.
So it'd be a fucking disaster for both parties, which is why it's been such like a fucking hot potato that hasn't been touched. That's what I believe. Now, anyway, I think any sane person would agree that this is a huge fucking problem, that no one is getting arrested for this. But unfortunately, the powerful politicians that govern us are not sane. So they are to our face spitting on us, telling us to just move on and that it's not important. Here's those words from Donald Trump.
and you tell me something else. No, I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else. Really, now that nothing came out about me, other than it was a conspiracy against me.
Now that nothing's come out about me, I don't care anymore. Let's move on.
Literally by Epstein and other people. But I think it's time now for the country to maybe get onto something else.
What would you say to people who feel like they haven't gotten justice, Mr. President?
Something that people care about. Yeah.
Oh, move on to something that people care about.
Fucking so tone deaf, dude.
So you don't care about child sex trafficking, the raping of children, the potential cannibalism, the torture, the murder, all of that? That's not something you think American people should care about? That's not the important stuff?
Yeah, it's because of the powerful people that are involved with all this shit. He still wants to shake hands with them because they're still powerful and they're still gonna be powerful even if they get caught. You saw that DuPont situation, didn't you? If you didn't, I'd recommend you look up the DuPont situation.
Well, what the fuck is the Trump phone, which is probably coming out any day now. Supposed to come out in like August of 2025, by the way. Still no expected delivery time on my Trump phone device. Crazy. They're saying maybe March now. Fingers crossed, any day, no doubt. How can anyone sit there and not be revolted by that statement? Again, if these Epstein files absolved Trump, which I don't see how anyone could mental gymnastic that explanation into reality and truly believe it. But again, even if he is completely squeaky clean here in the Epstein case, everyone else isn't. There's plenty of people that aren't. Why does he want so badly to just move on from this? Why does he want to bury it? He should be like really gung-ho about getting all of them arrested.
It's literally money. That money and power.
And in fact, actually, one of his big promises when he was campaigning is that's exactly what he's going to do. But promises made, promises broken.
That's not true.
That's the new motto. That is exactly what's been going on.
Everybody else did. Everybody else in his administration promised it. Trump did not promise it. But everybody else in the administration did promise it, and still here we are.
He campaigned about how important the Epstein files were to release and like actually get justice for the victims and punish these heinous, evil people. And then the second he gets into office, he's done everything in his power to not only deny the existence of the Epstein files, calling them a Democrat hoax, but also doing everything he can to prevent them from coming out. And it has just been a complete circus with these. And now that they're here, and people have all of this evidence with so many names and so many bad people on there with a lot of things that I do think would warrant an investigation, he is saying it's not important and that we need to move on. That is actual craziness.
Do you have regrets about how it's been
Welcome to
handled?
my world.
Look, like any other
nothing ever
hot
gets
topic
done.
issue, the American public and the world had a great interest in this. And what we did under President Trump's leadership is produce the most transparent DOJ and FBI in history. 3 other administrations
Transparent that you're not gonna fucking do anything.
had the opportunity to do this, and we produced everything we legally and lawfully could. We worked with our partners in Congress.
Until they made it legally and lawful that you had to release everything else you had.
The statutes and the
which is not everything they have still, by the way. They're still holding stuff back.
Orders, and we produced, what, 3 million some pages? So I think we got to the result in the right way. Could we have gotten there faster? I'm not really sure because of numerous court cases.
Got the right result.
Orders, multiple court sealings. And so now we've produced everything we can while protecting victims' rights and
everything we can, he says.
This fucking dweeb, this insufferable
dweeb. He needs to be fucking fired. But he's not going to be fired because why would they fire him? He's doing just as much nothing as everybody else is doing.
So here's Perjury Patel taking a victory lap here about how they did everything right when it came to the Epstein files, which, by the way, under oath, Cash Patel said that there's no evidence that there were like any, clients, no list. He said
maybe he should have said proof because there's definitely evidence.
Things that have been completely disproven with these Epstein files being released, but he's not facing any perjury charges, and to my understanding, no one's even pursuing it. Super weird how Perjury Patel just gets away with it. But here he's talking about how they did everything right in the right way, which is not true. They did everything.
But I go to jail for trespassing while playing Pokemon Go in the middle of the night at a library. I fucking hate this stupid system we have going.
They could to not release these files every step of the way. They're already like 2 months late, basically, close to it. And also, the redactions were supposed to be reserved exclusively for the names of victims. They have not been used for just victims' names. That has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. That is a violation of the law that had been signed into place when it came to the handling of the Epstein files. And pretty much everything he says there is just a lie. That is what Perjury Patel does, just lie. But the sentiment he's trying to express is now that they have the 3 million some files out there, they've done what they were required to do, and now we need to move on. There is nothing in regards to like an investigation or punishment to the people that are named in these files with tons of evidence and tons of really very, very disturbing things, pictures, videos, emails, all of this stuff, and all of the people in them don't seem to be looking at any possible punishment or anything at all. It doesn't seem like there's any level of justice coming to the victims here of the Jeffrey Epstein operation and all of the clients.
Is there any chance that any of these individuals who partied with Epstein and engaged in
here we go,
relations with minors will be prosecuted? Any chance?
I'll never say no, and we will always investigate any evidence of misconduct. But as you know, it is not a crime to party with Mr. Epstein, and so as horrible as it's not a crime to email with Mr. Epstein. And some of these men may have done horrible things, and
that's why you investigate people. You don't investigate people because you know they're guilty. That's what court is for, to find out if you're guilty or innocent. If we got evidence of fucked up shit, like feet being cut off, I mean, I guess that guy's dead now, but still, like rituals and like a human experimentation, and the fact that COVID probably started because of Epstein.
We have evidence that allows us to prosecute them. You better believe we will. But it's also the kind of thing that the American
never prosecute anybody ever. Like I said, the DuPont situation, Beau Biden was involved in that. Dude raped his 3-year-old daughter and got 8 years of probation, and that was it.
People need to understand that it isn't a crime to party with Mr. Epstein. It isn't a crime to have
Didn't look like that's all that was going on some of those photos. I mean, if the photos could speak, some of them look pretty bad.
That's right. And unfortunately, photos can't speak. And so we need witnesses and we need
Are there
evidence
videotapes that you all have? Or?
To answer that question, yeah, there's videotapes that they all have. In fact, Pam Bondi said that there's like thousands of videos with children in them. Pam Bondi seems like totally fine just letting this whole Epstein thing just kind of fall to the back rooms, by the way. Anyway, though, here's...
Yeah, we're going to look back at this in like 3-5 years and we're going to be like, what the fuck happened? Just like JFK, just like MLK Jr. And this one's even worse, though. And it's going to happen again. Next time, it's going to be even worse.
Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche just outright saying with his whole chest, it's not a crime to party with Jeffrey Epstein. And he's being very open and honest here about how little he's actually caring about it. He's making it seem like, oh, maybe there's a chance for an investigation, but he's being...
The pictures don't speak. We've seen some fucked up pictures, dude. And like, we're seeing all these patterns of weirdness. I don't even care. I don't even fucking care. We have to do something about them. I'm not gonna say it. Okay.
Very blunt that it's probably not coming. There's probably not going to be an investigation. He's even saying, yeah, unfortunately, pictures can't speak. So all those horrible pictures and all of that evidence in there, probably not going to lead to an investigation. Everyone's going to get away with it. Oh, shucks. But it's not a crime to party with Jeffrey Epstein. You know,
I bet he partied with him.
Behind the biggest child sex trafficking.
I bet he's still partying with him because Epstein's still alive.
Operation in this country's history. What a strong message to be sending, Todd. It's all just so blatantly in your face. They treat you like you are a mindless sheep. And plenty of people are proving them correct here with the shit that they're swallowing here with the smile on their face. Wake the fuck up, samurai. The president has just said that we need to move on from the Epstein files into something that people care about. Let that marinate for a second.
When he says people, he's talking about his people.
Really think about that. Why is he trying to make it seem like the raping of children, the sex trafficking of children, the cannibalism, the torture, the murder is not something you should care about? And this is all...
Because there's too much money involved, and if you get rid of it, then the whole fucking system collapses.
Perpetrated by potentially the most powerful people in this country. Why is the president and his administration trying so hard to bury this and get people to move on without even trying to investigate or hold anyone accountable that's named in these files. It's just crazy. Anyway, I just had to yap about this a bit after seeing the response here from government officials about it's not important, just move on. I actually couldn't believe my fucking ears.
Yep, that's where I'm going to end this stream. I'll see you all tomorrow. Make sure to follow me on Discord. Like the video, damn it. You got to like it. Oh boy, I'm so tired.